XOXO.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Gossip Guy. So what's going on in the news? Well, another passing. You've been hearing a lot about Walter Cronkite, but ay, Chihuahua. The poor little Chihuahua who did Poquito Taco Bell. Well, he passed away. Rest in peace, my little friend. Rest in peace. In other news, we've had too much rain here in New York. I looked out my window the other day. I saw Noah floating by in an ark. So I waved. In better news, I just worked with 50 Cent. He was walking in a movie playing himself, and I played paparazzi. I'm like, over here, 50! Yeah, that's me. You know it. Now, 50, in real life, he has the best smile I've ever seen in my entire life, and his entourage is all nice. Now, for his smile, I don't know if it's an orthodontist or all that vitamin water, but good job, 50. He was friendly, he liked me, but you know who doesn't like me? Sam Jackson. A while ago, I went to an audition, and I was waiting, as you often do, to get in. And I kept waiting and waiting, and all these people kept coming and going. And about 90% of them were African American, half had instruments, half didn't, and I kept hearing about a band rehearsal. So I'm going over my sides, script, and I hear a voice say, "Hey, do you know where room 920 is?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, the band is going upstairs." I look, and it's Sam Jackson. He's like, "I'm not with a band. I'm not here to entertain you." And I'm like, "All right, Sam, I'm sorry, but 90% of the people in the building are, and I didn't really think I'd be up for the same project as you, but good job for me, and have a good day." All right, now let's talk about two of my favorite shows on TV. First, NYC Prep. It's the real-life Gossip Girl, where TC is dating all the girls. Really? That's really of the week. But anyhow, he makes the show like the new Real Cruel Intentions. It's very fun, very ditzy. And then you have like Taylor, who's like the heartbreaking throb, and his dad, who's living vicariously, which is a little interesting. So, you know, Taylor will come and the dad's like, "So, get any play lately? Yeah. Are you going after the girls? Yeah. Are you playing it cool? Good job." And to which case I'm a little creeped out. But you know what? Not enough to stop watching because, hey, that's what I call entertainment. Now, the best show on TV, as everyone knows, Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, I never got into Real Housewives until New Jersey. You have Caroline. She's basically the matriarch, tough mama. So she's like, "How you doing? Don't fuck with me and my kids." You know, her kids, her sons, are beautiful. I don't know who the father is or how that happened, but good gene split. Then you have Teresa, who throws tables when she gets pissed off at catering halls. Oh, classic. Reminds me of my mother. And Teresa's pimping out her kid at Wilhelmina, I almost said William Morris, to become the next JonBenet Ramsey. So that's a little creepy fun as well. And the girl, you know, is kind of fun. You can see that she has her little devo temperament already in line to come on out. And then you have Dina and Danielle. Now, one is blonde, one is dark hair. Danielle is essentially like the Alexis Carrington of the whole group. It's kind of like watching Dynasty, but, you know, a Jersey-fied, trashier version. It's brilliant. They all have mansions. They all have hair extensions. So you know there's some tribe or some little village in India that's totally bald because these women bought all their hair. And so Danielle, as the plot thickens, you know, is first accused of being a husband stealer. Then they uncover a secret book that somebody wrote about Danielle, supposedly, an ex, where it mentions, you know, that she was a prostitute and a stripper and on drugs and went to jail, and supposedly like 4% of that is correct. Allegedly, I don't know. But it makes for brilliant entertainment. I mean, I was, in love with Bravo to begin with, and Millionaire Matchmaker with the handsome lady running everything. But I'm telling you, the Real Housewives of New Jersey totally takes the cake out of all of them. And then Jacqueline, she was like, you know, the sweet one on the show, so you feel sorry for her, torn between family and being friends with Danielle. But the best was the wrap-up. There was like a gay host, and now they combine all the reality shows on Bravo for like live events where they all get drunk and try to diss each other with call-ins. Brilliant. They should add some shopping, so it's kind of like QVC meets Real Housewives. Then I'll totally be guaranteed to be there live every time. But anyhow, when they were doing one of their live wrap-up shows, you know, they brought up the fact that, well, what do you have to say to all the mob rumors? And Caroline and Jacqueline, I think, and Dina, like half of them started to cry. And I'm like, well, I've been called many names. Often I don't cry. Okay. So they're like, well, they have a relative who was whacked mafia style, and that's too much pain, and they're bringing it back into the family, and they shouldn't bring it back. And I'm like, okay, so somebody in your family was murdered. You all live in mansions, and no one fully discloses what their husbands do. I wonder why there were mafia rumors. Go figure. And then, moment of the week for me, Bumble and Bumble. They bumbled my haircut. Oh well, it happens. Moving right along, I hope you had a good week. Mine was interesting, and I'll see you next time. I know you love me. XOXO, Gossip Guy.